Welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. And welcome back to another unboxing. So, as you know, I've said it many times. I love Los Scarabeo decks. And I'm uploading a video right now. I uploaded one earlier. I don't know if I talked about it in the previous video, but the one that's already uploaded or the one that's uploading right now. That I found a couple more Los Scarabeo decks that already existed, didn't know they existed. I don't even know when this came out. This deck came out, but I bought it. It is the Tarot of the Mystical or Mystic Spiral. It is by Giovanni Pelosini, art by Giuseppe. I'm not going to say it anymore because I know I'm butchering it. This is a Los Scarabeo deck. Here's the thing there. It is a tuck box. I can't even tell you how many Los Scarabeo decks I have at this point. There's a lot. I have the one I learned on was a huge Llewellyn style magnetic box. That was also Los Scarabeo, which is the Tarot Illuminati. I have a lot of tuck boxes. I have a lot of two-part boxes. Yeah, I have a lot of Los Scarabeo decks. Even when I didn't realize I was buying Los Scarabeo decks, I was buying Los Scarabeo decks. And I'm taking the plastic off here. I didn't even bother to see when it came out. This was like 12 bucks on Amazon, like yesterday. Let's see what it says here. 2021, really. September 2021. Interesting. I didn't know it existed. And it's beautiful. The spiral is a symbol present everywhere in nature, from the macrocosms of the galaxies to the microcosm of DNA. The energy of the entire universe acts in spiral motion, governed by laws that are mostly still unknown, often concealed to perfect forms understood intuitively by mystics, alchemists, scientists, and artists. Myths and traditions on every continent speak of it in a symbolic language. The golden spiral, in particular, was one of the great keys to esoteric interpretation in sacred geometry. The symbolism of the images in this deck depicts an intuitory, I can't see that word, initiatory path that invites us to transcend ordinary reality and take a quantum leap of awareness. Wow. Following in the footsteps of the wise men, seeking the secrets of Gothic cathedrals, dancing with dervishes and Maori, meditating with the yogi, navigating with the Vikings in the whirlpool of the maelstrom, amidst dragons, unicorns, minotaurs, and sphinxes, with the archangels and the knights Templar in search of the most ancient secrets of humanity and life. Interesting. So I like how it gives you a little page on, even though it's a little white book, it gives you a little bit of information on the front. But yeah, interesting. So here we have the card. These are the backs. Gorgeous. I didn't even see the backs. There's an extra card there. That is Ludi Lescott Tarot. Never heard of that one either. I'm gonna have to check that out. I found my very first deck that I paid attention to. That was a Los Scarabeo deck. Was the it's a dark fairy deck. I cannot remember for the life of me the name of it right now. But I've showed it many times on my channel. It's got the fronts are colored, the backs are black and white. There's always a very religious undertone to that deck. And there went my cat. You might have saw his paw here. And I find it interesting that so many of Los Scarabeo decks, especially the older ones, do have kind of a religious or spiritual undertone. And I don't know if that's why I like it. Maybe that's why I always thought that would put me off from the deck. But maybe that's why I'm so drawn to it. Also, Los Scarabeo decks have a way of going outside of the norm of RWS. And anything that walks outside that box, outside that line, outside that norm, does it for me. So, I have a lot of odd decks, and most of them are Los Scarabeo decks. And it's funny because last year I did this whole video on the publisher that I bought the most from. I barely bought any Los Scarabeo decks last year, and this year I'm just left and right. It's weird. Anyway, I've rambled on a lot. Let's get into these cards. I'm going to find my lid I just dropped to my root beer because my cat's looking at me like you're going to come back over and knock that pop right onto the deck. So, here we have the Fool. And this, of course, is the multi-language. But I do like that they've changed it up with this. And there's like a bluish border instead of just the white. Actually, we're going to go back right there. The Fool. The Magician. The High Priestess. Empress. I love that. And she's not pregnant, so. The Emperor. I find it interesting that we've got this stone, cold building behind him. Interesting. And then we got the Hierophant. It almost feels like he's in that building that this guy was in front of. Interesting. The Lovers. They look like they're arm wrestling nude. Like it's some kind of, I don't know if you guys remember the show Real Sex back in the day. There would be couples from other countries, like, doing some kind of dirty stuff. Like wrestling in a bubble, in a kiddie pool for soap. Stuff like that. That's what this reminds me of. But we have the apple on the ground, so it's almost like he's trying to prevent her from, biting into the apple, or vice versa, which is, to me, a religious undertone. The Chariot, and I love how you see this aerial view of the Chariot moving. You know they're moving. I love that. And it's not your typical, it looks like unicorns. It's freaking unicorns. One black, one white. Interesting. I thought it was bulls. It's unicorns. Wow. That's cool. Of course, it is the Mystic Spiral, right? Justice. Is it even? They are even. The Hermit. I don't like there's a snake on his staff. But we got this goat thing in the background. Is that another? That's a goat on the mountain. Interesting. So you know he's up high. The Wheel. I like that. Strength. So strength is justice and strength are reversed in this, it looks like. The Hangman. It almost appears as if you're peering into a doorway. I just bought the 78 doors from it's Los Scarabeo also, I think a couple months ago. But it's all these different doors. But this one actually makes me feel like I'm peering into doorway, seeing what's beyond that door. Interesting. Death with the blue. Temperance. Oh, I love that. She's not touching land or water. Interesting. She's floating just above it. The Devil. Don't like this. The Tower. I do like this. The Star. Gorgeous. Little nudity warning again. The Moon. Love that. We are missing our wolf and... oh no, there's some kind of deer thing here. But we're missing the wolf and the dog. Maybe that's not. Nope, that's just a crack in the thing. That's not. Interesting. We do have the crayfish. And then the sun. It always just seems like we have this elaborate, gorgeous moon, and then the sun just lays flat. I want the sun to be as beautiful as the moon in a deck. Judgment. Let's see how I did it. There's an E in there. And the World. We have the spiral kind of there going. Cool. We have the Ace of Chalices. I have no idea what that means or what it says. Two of Chalices. This feels very Asian to me. Look at the volcanoes going off. Three of Chalices. Four of Chalices. There's, again, a snake or something. Don't like that. Five of Chalices. Six. Seven. Eight of Chalices. I like the seashells down there. Maybe it's a... oh no, those are snakes again. Nine of Chalices. Gorgeous. 10 of Chalices. And we have the Knight. No, the Knave. Sorry, the Knave. It's always a Knave in, for the print or whatever it is. Page and Low Scarabeo decks. Knight. And this, again, looks like the Knights Templar. Queen. Gorgeous. We have the spiral again. And the King. Leonardo da Vinci. Is that who that is? It says Leonardo here. And we got this. I think that's Da Vinci. Ace of Pentacles now. I don't know what that says again. Two of Pentacles. I love it. Just because it's a sunflower. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Here we have like Egyptian. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Some of this art is stunning. That's gorgeous to me. Eight of Pentacles. Just crafting his skill. Look at the behind him. The different symbols. Nine of Pentacles. That's beautiful. We have the 10. Gorgeous. Oh, she got a ram. Knave. Again, we got the Knights Templar going on. And the Knight. Queen. Beautiful. She reminds me of a, again, alert, nudity warning. Some kind of Amazonian head shrinker, a native kind of situation. And I love it. I love it. And then we have the King. And both kings in this seem to be all about the geometry of things, so that's quite interesting. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Again, I don't know what this says. Two of Wands. Oh, look at the little baby lizard. I like this almost spring to summer. Interesting. Three of Wands. Oh my gosh, look at him. I did, after I bought this, saw one walkthrough this morning Other than that, I have not seen a walkthrough this before I bought it. I bought another deck too. It's used. It was $6. It's another Los Scarabeo deck too. I won't get it till the end of the month because it's coming from a distant place, the seller. But both of these I have not seen a walkthrough. Like the other one, I haven't seen a walkthrough at all. Four of Wands, and it's very rare that I don't watch a walkthrough before I purchase something. So this is interesting. Five of Wands. The wands seem to be less fiery in this deck. Six of Wands. I say that, and then there's all this red. That looks like clearly a celebration of some sort. Seven of Wands. It's got all this water, and it's the wands. Interesting. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Oh, wait. That was the 8. 8, 9. Can't read. 10. This feels very much like the Pentacles or the Cups, not the Wand suit. We have the 10 right here. Then we have the Knave. We're just trying to get him. Oh, that's, what's his name with his... I can't remember. Achilles? Is it Achilles? Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Knights Templar stuff again. So all the knights are like Knights Templar. Knights of Wands. Queen of Wands, sorry. Gorgeous. And then we have the King. He's doing some kind of test, it looks like, with the rabbits. Alright, last suit. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords. Again, we have snakes. And there's a lot of snakes. And I'm like, why? Why? And that's cool. It actually gives you a throwback to the Ace of the playing card Ace. Here on the crown. That's the spade. Ace of Spades on his crown. And it does represent the Ace of Swords. So, interesting. Again, water in the swords, but they're in the air. I get it. They're fighting the Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Wow. Is that Hercules with the five-headed something or another? Six of Swords, again with the spiral. It feels like the Bermuda Triangle. And there's so much water. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. We got the Knights Templar stuff up here. Interesting. Nine of Swords. Look at all them surrounding her. And her unicorn. Oh, wow. Interesting. And then we have the 10. We have the Knave. Knight, which is the Knights Templar again. The Queen. The Tiger. He's like on board. And the King. Interesting. And that feels very much like the Queen of Wands, not Swords. Interesting. But she does have the, it's almost like she's got all four suits in her. Like she's got the sword, then there's a cup, it looks like. And then this lady, I think, in one of the other suits had the skulls. So it's almost like she's got a piece of all of the suits in the card, which is interesting. So let's shuffle it real quick. And I use a lot of Los Scarabeo decks for mediumship readings or past life work because they're so outside the norm of what you would think of RWS to get your intuition going and thinking. And I find that very fascinating. And that's number one reason probably why I'm drawn to them the most. Because it gets me out of my head. Anyway, let's pull a card to see. Oh, there's one trying to fall out. What is it? It is the Empress. Wow. Well, beautiful. Let's see what the book says real quick, and then I'll let y'all go. The Empress. Oh, it does say spade in there for the other. I can barely read this crap. Wow. The Fool, the High Priestess, the Empress. Alma Mater, fertile mother. As light as air and as powerful as the wind, she manifests her regal femininity. The energy of the senses spreads from the quill of the serpent to fertilize nature and activate life processes. Yeah, I didn't even notice the serpent's at the bottom of her feet. Yeah. So there's some more information on this deck than just keywords than what you normally see in the deck. So I find that very fascinating. Honestly, when I work with a low Scarabeo deck, it's either a hit or a miss a lot of times. But 9 times out of 10, I will go back to the deck, and once it's time to work with it, and I will dive in and I will understand it completely. But what I may not understand of it now, in 6 months, I could be like, yes, this is beautiful, this is wonderful, it's fabulous, it's the best reader ever. That's how I work with low Scarabeo decks. It just hits me when you know, you know. So that's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good evening. Bye.